Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and I'm just craving Simic Merfolk. I want to play Simic. I want to get in there with all my 8 1-drops and beat them down with the Lords and destroy them and maybe just counter one spell. If you want to see how Merfolk is played at a competitive level in the form of aggro, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Oh, I'm a streamer! I'm a streamer now. If you want to catch me live, go check me out in the description below. And before we get into our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. With content on Commander, Standard, Arena, Modern, and more, the Manabase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. So, oh, I have a new patron on Patreon. Yes, all the announcements today. I have a new patron on Patreon. Thank you for supporting the channel, supporting Modern Merfolk, and supporting, well, just supporting great Magic content in general. So I'd love to thank Ivan Ray Ortez. Thank you very much for supporting me on Patreon. Yeah, we're back to... I'm still playing Simic. I mean, I'm playing like a little bit of everything right now, of course, but like Simic is awesome. It is... I love how aggro it can be. I love the games where I just go like 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, Force of Negation, 1 spell, and win. You know, it feels like a really clean game. And it feels like there's like a lot of games, like especially against Amulet Titan, where they feel hopeless. You have just too many like weird 2-drops, Harbinger of the Tides or whatever, and you have no business or chance of winning those games. Simic Merfolk feels like it always has a chance. It's always there. It's always possible, because Simic has like a really good early game followed up by, like, if it lives, a pretty good a relatively good late game. But doesn't want to go too far into the late game because we have like no Master of Waves and no card advantage, no Silvergill Adept in this list. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to make this work. I'm still on the 3 Vial thing. I like it so far. I think the only liability that I have with Aether Vial at 3 is probably just burn. But we got Weather the Storm. Oh, we got Weather the Storm for burn. We're gonna burn them when they're gonna feel burned when we Weather the Storm their burn cards. And I moved all the Shaper Sanctuary into the sideboard with 3 of them. So what do we got? I got a bunch of Graveyard Hate because I do want to respect Dredge. Dredge has done pretty well lately. So we got Grafdigger's Cage, Relic of Progenitus, and Ashiok. Ashiok also great Planeswalker against the Titan decks. And Relic is just good in general, bringing in against the Thoughtseize decks, Death Shadow, Jund, etc. And a little bit more effort against Tron and Eldrazi Tron with Damping Sphere. And the Amulet decks. Not that I'm trying too hard to, get them. I also struggled in a few games because of threat density, so I've brought my Mutavaults up to 4. And we are playing 21 lands, so I feel I have the room to do this. And that's about it. Let's get into... Oh, so one thing. I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is we're only going to play 4 rounds today, because I've already played a round with this list. I thought I was going to finish it off camera. Didn't do it. Got to do it. We're going to have to finish it. We're only going to have 4 rounds today. The good news is that I beat Storm, so we're already in the lead. So let's get into our Modern League. Oh, we won the die roll for once. When does that ever happen these days? And I can keep this hand. It's not the most beautiful hand. I prefer Force Negation in hands where I have like a good curve. But at the same time, Spreading Seas is pretty dead these days against a lot of decks, so we can just pitch it to that. And Waterlogged Grove actually works pretty well with Aether Vial because I can just pitch, if I don't have anything in hand, we pitch the Waterlogged Grove, and if we draw a creature, then we can play it. You played game? Yeah, I played match 1 already. Oh, yeah, we're up against a fan. They love my videos. I get that a lot. You know what I don't get that I see on Twitter? Everyone gets shit on Twitter. Like, there's like the big message and there's like this big chat of them steaming off at like really good players online. And I guess they're just not known. I'm just more famous. I'm good and famous. Or maybe I'm more famous than I'm good at this game. So, like, I don't get as much hate in the chat as we used to. You remember the good... Oh! What is this? The mirror? Oh, no. Is this the mirror? That's not good. Well, anyway, if it's humans or if it's not, we should just get rid of that Aether Vial. I hope this is not Merfolk, though. Our opponent just said they love our videos. That's not good. Oh, Commander Speaker, that's nice. Well, anyway, I think we still play this anyway. I'm not loving it. But if you're on the offense, if you're already ahead, And you play the Lord of Atlantis. Here's the thing about the mirror. Okay, let's say they play Silvergill Adept. I will attack with this Lord of Atlantis. Okay, or Master of the Pearl Trident. That's fine. I'm still going to attack with this Lord of Atlantis. Because we get in... It's not good to be defensive with your Lord of Atlantis. So one of two things are going to happen. They block and they trade, because this will deal 2 damage. Lord of Atlantis will die. It will shrink to a 2/2 and die. Or... Oh, this Reacher is awkward. Oh, whatever. We can cast it. Or they don't block, and we get an extra damage. So, like, I find that people are a little too, like, defensive with their Lord of Atlantis in this situation. Just throw it away. Like, you don't want to keep your Lord of Atlantis. It buffs up to your opponent's team. It's ridiculous. As did you. Did I miss us playing the Elemental Modern deck? No, there was no matchup against the Elemental Modern deck. Yeah, I already played game 1 already. It was off camera. I thought I would play this league. So now my opponent, instead of playing passively with my Lord of Atlantis, I do want to throw it away to some degree. But anyway, it lives. Oh, did I ever... No! What are they going to do? Okay, so I guess the best thing to bounce is the speaker. Which is not going to be too bad, because what I can do... I just hope my opponent doesn't have another play this turn. Opponent attacks for 3 with... I actually can block if I want to. So I think upkeep, what we're going to do is we're going to crack the Waterlog Grove to see what I draw. Because if it's a 3-drop, I'll tick the Vial up. It is not a 3-drop. So not much else to do but tap this and get in there. Oh, these cards, actually, all these cards suck. And I don't think there's a lot of ways my opponent can win by next turn. Hopefully not, unless they steal one of my creatures. This is going to be a Dismember. Dismember would be pretty good, I think, right now. I'm going to play the Botanical Sanctum over Breeding Pool coming into play tap, because this has to come into play tapped if it's my 4th land. This doesn't have to. I have the option to at least take some damage here. Too bad I didn't have one more creature. One more would be nice. Because I have a feeling I'm going to need one more creature. Yep, here comes the Trickster. So I need something. That could do it. That could definitely do it. That was a nice one. That was a nice draw. It was very nice. Okay, the onus is on our opponent to do something here. Maybe Harbinger of the Tides? Trickster. Okay. Who are you going to go after? Probably the Island Walk Lord. Do you have 2 Tricksters? That would suck. There might have been something to be said about casting this Lord. I don't know. Because I could tap a mana down. I hope there's not a second Trickster, because then I'm toast. Well, I guess they have to block. We did it. Nice top deck. Opponent is playing all different islands for maximum tilt value. Oh yeah, you know, I've done that before. This is a nice island. Oh, it's from Throne of Eldraine. In my local meta, there are so many Urza, Bant, Snow, Sultai, Snow, and sometimes Jund. What list would you prefer in the meta? Mono Blue or Simic? Against Snow, I think I'd prefer Simic. Against Jund, Mono Blue, 100%. But not even close. Not even close. So against, whoa, Merfolk, what are we even going to do? Like, all these cards are useless. Maybe Weather the Storm? Yeah, we definitely have to take out Spreading Seas. Shaper Sanctuary might not be that bad. This card's sort of ugly. Maybe just bring in a bunch of Weather the Storm. This is like, it was probably one of the crappiest things ever. Unfollow for, yeah, well, goodbye, Sodek. I'm teaching everyone to play as much Graveyard Hate as possible. I didn't really think about the mirror. That's definitely not what I'm trying to. So maybe Spreading Seas is actually better than Force. You would actually won the game just forcing the damn Ether Vial. Actually, Force Litigation is not that bad. You can force Ether Vial, and you can force like things like Dismember. So it's not the worst card. Second League 3-0 into 3-2. What a life you have. I feel so sorry for you, Sodek. I feel so sorry for you. All your top 8s in Modern Challenges, all the 3-2 in the league. Oh, boo-hoo. Do I really want this card? So you target with Harbinger, you target with Trickster, you target with Dismember, or like Vapor Snag, Brazen Borrower. Oh, I can also counter the Petty Theft from Brazen Borrower. I mean, it's difficult, but it's possible. Okay, I don't know if this is good, but, you know, this is what we're doing. We're not taking out any creatures. Sure, we'll keep this. It's not aggro, but the tempo is great, and we have no islands in our hand, so that's good. Ugh. I don't really want to do this, but we would be tempoed out so badly if that resolved. There's also some chance. Oh, that's nice to get this on turn 1. So now if they try to tempo us out, we're at least going to draw a bunch of cards, which is nice in this situation. Sometimes you like, oh, see, sometimes you force their Ether Vial and then they're just dead. They're just dead. Okay, here's a good question. I play Master of the Pearl Trident or Trickster. Because if I play Trident, then after, I don't know. So if I play the thing about Master of the Pearl Trident, if I hold up my Tricksters, I can tempo them out over time. But I can't really attack into much with Master of the Pearl Trident at the moment. But they can't do anything either. And then I'm going to be forced to main phase my Tricksters if they say play land, Lord of Atlantis or something. I guess we'll hold up the Trickster. Oh, Trickster, easily. Easily, says Sodek. Okay, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let them attack, and then I'm going to play this Trickster, and, I mean, they've got to, they have the option. You want to pump it up or not? And if they don't, I eat the creature. If they do, they're going to waste their turn. Oh, they're going to Trickster me? I'm going to draw a card. It's going to be wonderful. I love drawing cards. Suavis Gaming. Success. I got home in time to tune in live. Awesome. Thanks. Sodex just reminds me he only has 15 top 8s. Only 15 top 8s. Only! I wish I had that many, but I don't play in as many Modern Challenges as you do. Oh, Mare Redria has been revealed. That's a bit scary. Okay, let's see if Madrick can... Oh, Regery tapping our stuff down? That's gonna suck. Big time. Oh, beautiful. We're drawing really well. Actually, Force Negation might not be that bad in this matchup, given that it's going to counter a lot of sideboard cards. Doesn't counter a lot of good stuff game 1, but it counters a lot of good stuff game 2. Not to mention, Spreading Seas is actually a card against us, because they don't have natural Island Walk. They need the Island Walk. Sure. Need more of these. So we'll shrink the Silver Gill Adept a little bit. So we only take 2. We'll attack for... If I draw a land, we'll attack for 8. Nope. So we'll just attack for 5, planning to play the Trickster. Putting our opponent in a very tough spot. Oh, Squad Chief here with the host. 162 people. You want to play? You want to know how Merfolk is played in Modern by a master? You're in the right place here. You're in the right place. Do I just take this 2 damage, or do I try to tap it down? Happy Canada Day. That's right. To another fellow Canadian. Happy Canada Day. It's Canada Day. So I just try to eat this. I could trickster this, but then they could trickster this. But then I'll draw a card. We at least exchange. I still have beef on the battlefield. Do you know what? Let's do that. Or even if a Harbinger is played, that's not that bad. But I don't want to take any damage. And I'm way ahead on the board. I don't think how this could go bad. Unless maybe Brazen Borrower here would be pretty ugly. I wouldn't be happy about that. Okay, so we're gonna draw a card. My opponent didn't use up nearly as much mana as I was hoping them to. We got another Trickster. Oh, I could force a negation this thing. I was flustered by the influx of people joining. By the raid. Alright, whatever, we lose. Because that would have been a good force negation, for sure. Come on, land. I would appreciate a land. Not a land. Okay, let's just keep the pressure going. I'm going to play Master of the Pearl Trident. If they play Trickster on this, we draw cards. Like, this Shaper Sanctuary is just going to bury our opponent in card advantage. And we're the one putting pressure on our opponent. Reformed 1 trick. We're doing great. Unfortunately, we're up against a fellow brethren of the Merfolk. This is the Merfolk mirror. The mirror is rarer today. It used to be a lot more. It used to be less rare. Okay, that's good, I guess. So now we have an Ether Vial to dump our hand. Our opponent has a very interactive hand, I guess. Well, they don't have a lot of life to spare now. Skills to pay the bill says, woke up late, but you're here. You must have had a great day yesterday. You have to target something with Trickster. That's nice. That is very nice. You have to target something. Oh, I have to acknowledge my trigger. Let's draw more cards. That's nice. So I don't even know what my opponent can play to get themselves out of this. I've seen a lot of Nikachu leagues, and I can't remember if I've ever seen the mirror before. Maybe like once. I would say a long time ago, especially in 2017, it was really Merfolk was really, really popular, especially after the GP. So our opponent's dead here. They're drawing dead because of we're just going to Trickster and Master of Waves. It's going to lose all abilities. All the elementals will disappear, and then we can attack with anything. This is unfortunately just how it is with the Simic in the mirror. Simic Merfolk. Oops. Cancel. Not that it matters. Oof. Like magic. And we win. Alright. Unfortunately, we faced one of our own, and it was a good matchup for us. And actually, I learned that Shaper Sanctuary is a beating in the mirror. Because it's now, like, I would say tempo is more important than card advantage, but hey, drawing a bunch of extra cards when we know they're going to try to interact with our creatures with, like, Trickster, Mirror Regery, Harbinger of the Tides, Dismember, maybe Brazen Borrower, Shaper Sanctuary was actually pretty damn sweet. So that was round 2. Let's move on to round 3. We won the die roll. 1 lander with Vial could suck, could be fine. We're going to find out. If we draw a land next turn, it's going to be great. If we don't, then our game plan is really slow, because we start attacking by, like, turn 4, because I get our first creature in play by turn 3. Turn 1. Vial, go. I catfish on Tinder as MTG streamers. Works every time. But by the time they ask to see all my full Japanese Merfolk deck, it's too late. Well, this is a great hand against Thoughtseize. They might take the Trickster, because that interacts best with Death Shadow. Looks like it's a Death Shadow deck. I played against M. Hayashi 2 days ago. I got super hyped up with the match. It was great. Was he playing Merfolk, Clever Boy 3? Or was he on Burn? I know he plays 2 different archetypes. I think he was mostly on burn during the companion meta. Yeah, prowess. M. Hayashi on prowess. Grinder of those things. Took my Island Walk Lord. How dare you? How dare you? That was very rude. That was very rude. Land! Not a land. Okay. Don't blow this up! I don't know what version you are. No, don't put any green into play. Don't do it. I need this. Oh, no! You can Assassin's Trophy this. I wouldn't be offended. But don't Abrupt Decay it. Tarmogoyf? I don't care. Goyf! You can, like, never attack with that card. Land! You know what? I'll take it. That wasn't too bad. If I wasn't calling for a land, I would have called for a random 1-drop. Yeah, Trickster is waiting in the weeds. Waiting for a victim to show up. Our opponent has all sorts of problems. Traverse? What, for a land? Yeah, okay. So you're telling me your mana is sensitive? You just got a swamp. Well, you have to get a basic. So, what do you have, like... I hope you don't have 2 removal spells. So I guess 2 removal spells beats this. 1 removal spell does not. So the plan is to double block, and they have to kill both creatures in order to keep their Goyf alive. Otherwise, it is dead. It is a goner. Did you think about that? The double block? I have the double block available. Merfolk Trickster, killing Goyfs since Dominaria. I mean, and he used to snipe them off for free, thanks to the Magic the Gathering Online bug. We're gonna make Merfolk great again. I just need to, like, win a GP. I screwed up. What if I won the GP? Would this have been a deck? Or Death Shadow have been nothing? Oh no, they do have the double removal spell. Or maybe they don't. Oh good, we still kill this. Well then why kill it? You could wait later. You could at least do it on my upkeep or something. Okay, come on, land. Just give me the damn land already. I'm tired of this. Okay, we got it. I have to pay some life, but... Might as well just hold everything on defense. Hold on, do I want to maybe Spreading Seas this? It's probably not relevant. Well, okay, I could attack, and if there is a block, I can pump it up, and if there's no block, I deal 3 damage. Can I die next turn? Fetch, Shock, Teamer Battle Rage for 14. Well, and then if I deal you damage, then I die. But my issue is that if I don't deal some damage here... Hold on, it's turn 4 for me. Who went first? It was me. It's turn 4 for me, so you haven't missed a land drop yet. So you could play, like, Fetch, Shock, Teamer Battle Rage me. They could block and cycle Street Wraith too. If I play Lord of Atlantis right now, I can get in for 4 damage. But the problem is then it leaves my Lord of Atlantis very exposed. But if I do nothing... I would really like to get in for some damage. It's very unlikely they have Street Wraith, because if they have Street Wraith, they'll usually just use it. Like, there's like no point in holding back Street Wraith very much. And I think I'll just deal 3. I just want enough that if they, like, untap, play a creature, pass, that I can go wide and kill them. Or something to that effect, you know? Well, this is the 5-color version, it appears. Let's attack. I'm brave. Okay, they don't want to block. I won't deal any more damage. This is all a deal. I think this is fine. 6, and then basically 2 lords that get through win. So I'm hoping no Inquisition or anything like that. I might have just killed myself. Okay, they did have another land, so they can fetch for red source, Temur Battle Rage. They can just freely attack here. They do attack. Okay, so fetch, shock, Temur Battle Rage. So I just need to put... if they have a removal, I guess I'm dead. So I can block here. Fetch, shock, Temur Battle Rage. That's it would kill me, but then I can put a Lord in play, and then if that is not enough damage... Well, I think I can block. I will try. I just have to hope the opponent doesn't have a removal spell for the Lord of Atlantis. Or sorry, the Merfolk... I guess I'll put the Merfolk Mistbinder in play. You better have something, opponent. Well, the thing is, if they go fetch, shock, Temur Battle Rage, now they're at like 3 life. Don't do it, opponents. They have to have Temur Battle Rage and a kill spell. Well, they don't have to have anything. They haven't killed... Well, I'm not sure what they could have. Okay. Just gonna go to damage? Sure. Okay, that's how it is. Lurrus. To get back... nothing? You can't get anything back. Alright. I think I'm going to Spreading Seas this Verdant Catacombs, to be honest. So I don't get them to... I don't think they can use blue mana very well. Do I need this green mana ever? Maybe if I draw Kamena Speaker, but there's a higher chance of drawing a Mutavault. Fetch. Will you shock? Do they know about my Lord of Atlantis? I can't remember. Okay, so I did force them. Well, that is just scary. That is just scary. Raging River. I think I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, is there a way that I can sort of play around something here? I could attack with one creature. Okay, okay, if they kill this, block with Lurrus. Lurrus at least dies. Our opponent still takes some damage, and we are threatening to win, and they need Temur Battle Rage to kill us, so we'll do it like this. I'll just attack with both of them. Okay, I got it. Well, they can block if they kill the Lord of Atlantis. So my line is, they kill Lord of Atlantis, they block, say, Merfolk Mistbinder, they gain 3 life, go to 6, lose 3 because of Kamena Speaker. Then they can whoop me for like 12 damage, I still live, and maybe I can do something next turn. What are we drawing? Ooh, nothing. That would have been a good draw, though. That would have been good. So I chump block with Kamena Speaker, then the game goes on another turn, and then we would win. There we go. So we were going to win even if they had a removal spell. That's basically we were winning anyway. Okay, begin sideboarding. This is an attrition-based matchup. We need to get rid of mana sources. And we don't need Cavern of Souls because they don't have any counter spells for creatures. Okay, what do we want? Shaper Sanctuary is awesome. Okay, Relic of Progenitus is pretty good. Interacts with Tarmogoyf and traverse the Ulvenwold, or however you pronounce it. I'm not a fan of Force Negation. A few are okay, but it's not great. Relic is good. Is that it? I thought it might be it. I don't know about Ashiok in this matchup. Seems clunky. I don't think Weather the Storm is any good either. If only I could give my... If only it was target player gains life, I could kill some Death Shadows here. Oh, they'll definitely bring in Mystical Dispute. So Spreading Seas is like, okay, it's not the greatest thing in the world. Sometimes you need Island Walk, but usually they'll have an island. I think that's it. So on the draw, I go down to about 21 mana sources, 19 lands, 2 vials. On the play, I'll bring in the vial back. In general, they're trying to kill our creatures. This hand is okay. I wouldn't say it's the most beautiful hand in the world, but like, these Waterlog Groves can be exchanged for actual cards, and it's not going to tie up our mana because we are going to play Aether Vial. Ooh, that's why they're playing Lurrus in this deck, people. That's why they're playing Lurrus. It's also why I have to exile the graveyard before they make use of that Lurrus. Go for it. What do you want? Whatever you take, sure, it's fine. I don't care. And they're looking at my library. Foreseeing the future. Another Waterlog Grove. Hey, leave our hand alone. Yes, says everyone facing Thoughtseize and Inquisition of Kozilek. Says all the opponents of Death Shadow and Jund for basically years. Another Thoughtseize. Hey, Thoughtseize is a strategy. You know, some people say we gotta ban Thoughtseize. That's ridiculous. This is actually one of the better polices of, like, just Magic, period. If you ban Thoughtseize, everything will get completely discombobulated really badly. Okay, well, we're gonna try... We're basically drawing 2 cards a turn, because we're gonna fetch these Waterlog Groves every turn. Oh, well, hello there, sweetheart! Okay, what do we do here? Because we could... The thing is, if we play Merfolk Mistbinder... it does run into things like Collective Brutality, and another problem is that we're not gonna... There's a smaller chance we're gonna use our Aether Vial mana when it gets to 2. Ah, screw it. Had it! I know you tried to get rid of one, I had the other one. Yeah, Pearl, MTG, it's that's also a point. Emptying our hand actually has value against their discard spells. Well, they're going to town here. Fatal Push? Yes. It's pushed. You're pushing me around here. This might be a game where I can't be aggressive. I'm not allowed to be aggressive. I hope I have some tempo cards available. And 6/6 is like the magical number for Death Shadow players, because it gets out of range of Thoughtseize while keeping the life total as high as possible. Well, this is a 1/1. This is hilarious. So our opponent has some sort of removal because they're stopping here, deciding if they want to do something about the Commander Speaker. I think they have Assassin's Trophy, because they might want to blow this up. I'm not sure, though. So I guess we'll pitch this. Because if I draw Mutavault, I'll play it. That is interesting. I mean, I would trade a 2-for-1 here, but that is so unlikely. So if I attack for 2, this thing's an 8/8. I'm really in danger of dying. All our lands consider the vial. What? I think I'm going to pass. Unless I rip Trickster off the top, it doesn't make much sense to attack here. No attack. Exile target card. If it was a creature card, you gain 3 life. Otherwise, you draw a card. Yes, you may cycle that thing. You don't want to gain 3 life? Well, here's the thing, Sodek. It's a 6/6. So if my opponent can't deal damage to me, it's like a 3-turn clock from here. I'm going to attempt to block and dismember the Death Shadow. Uh-oh. So that's not going to matter at all now. Yes, you get my dismember. I know it's very easy for my opponent to like turn their life on. Okay. Now the plan is like hope to rip a creature. Oh, we need a few creatures, I think. Okay, I need at least a Trickster. Trickster to tap and block. Well, that's awkward. This is like a pretty good card, but I don't have the mana for it right now. So playing it just means I die. That's a great card, but I needed that an eternity ago. Okay. I'm not going to show them anything. I'm just going to pass, force them to, I'm just going to pass, force them to win. Because if you resign, if you have, like, I could have Trickster, I can have Harbinger of the Tides. I have to force my opponent to win. Because if I resign early, then that means I didn't have it. But if I play on, then my opponent can at least, you know, why am I playing on? Wouldn't I resign? So what do I have to play around? So I'm forcing them to win. Because if I were to resign in this game and then not resign in the next game, then that means I have to have something. I have to have something. Wait, is there anything else I want to do? Ashiok might be better than I think, because the fetch lands get turned off, and also Traverse gets turned off. Maybe it's better than Spreading Seas. I'll try it. I don't know about this card. I really don't know about this card. This card could be complete poop. It's not going to be that... It'll be fine against Loris, I guess, but it's going to be pretty poor against Tarmogoyf. Because my graveyard feeds the Tarmogoyf as well. Oh, this hand is close to good, but I'm missing the green mana. I think I'm going to keep it anyway, though. Because I don't want to mulligan to 6 against an attrition-based deck. And I can at least play some stuff. Maybe crack at the green source and then do whatever. When is Ashiok better than Force? Force and Negation is not that good in this matchup. Because, first off, it's a 2-for-1, which is not good. And second off, it can be always played out on... They can use removal spells on my turn, which screws me over. Which is also not good. I mean, I could force a negate, and I also hate force a negation in any matchup where my opponent can see my hand. So when they like Thoughtseize or Inquisition me, they see force a negation, they just play around. It's not hard to play around it. Alright, they're going to pick apart my hand. They might take the Relic. They might take the Trickster. The only problem with this hand is it has no power. Oh, they took this. Sure. It's fine with me too. Oh, we ripped the green source. Beautiful. So, sure. We'll do it like this. Keep their graveyard nice and clean. Well, that's the thing. I've never played with Ashiok in this matchup. This is the first time I'm playing it against, what's it called? 4-color Death Shadow. So it's an experimentation. So Perel says, I'd rather add back a few more mana sources, but I'm by no means a Merfolk expert. Well, in general, these attrition-based matchups, the Thoughtseize, Inquisition, removal spell matchups, you don't want that much mana. Like, look, we've hit 3, and basically for the rest of the game, I don't want to draw any more lands, because it's devastating to our strategy that we'll just have nothing in play and win with nothing from there on out. So what's gonna happen here? Oh, we're up against Jund all of a sudden. Oh, I want my Spreading Seas back. What is this? Dismember? Okay. Fall by Death Shadow? Okay. Oh, this is a nice card, but it's so likely to die. What are the odds that you get to survive to next turn? Maybe if they have Fatal Push, but no, I mean, I don't have to play this, but there is a lot of upside if I do. Does this list not run Borrower at all? Yeah, no Borrower. I'm all in. I'm all in on my aggro plan. And frankly, I don't want to be up against these decks. This was my saving grace. They have to have removal. But they're not anticipating this. This can dodge Fatal Push if they don't have a Revolt trigger. Or I can just play land, Trickster, hope for the best. Tap this thing down, next turn attack for like 5-ish with Reejerey here. I still hold up Relic. Like, maybe that's reasonable. What are the chances you still win with the Marrow in hand after this turn? I don't know. In Limited, you would cast 3-drop on turn 3. I know, but this is Merfolk in Modern. Yeah, I'm going to actually just play the land and pass, and we're going to Trickster this thing down on their turn. And we also have Relic of Progenitus open if necessary to crack. MTG Danger, big fan of your content. Thank you very much, MTG Danger. By the way, if I'm missing any questions, it's really hard to keep track of everything. You just just repeat the question if it like scrolls off of the overlay. Our opponent has decided to help us a little bit. All right then. So I think the only thing we're afraid of is like, I don't know, Veil of Summer, which is not even a big deal. Tom Goyf. So I guess I want a land here so I can crack the Relic if necessary. I got the land. All right. So we can freely attack. Hope our opponent doesn't have Team or Battle Rage. At least we can attack into the stupid Goyf. Fortunately, there's an enchantment in the graveyard. Okay, so if there's Fatal Push, Goyf will die, Reejerey will die. Here's a good question. If I crack Relic first, and they kill this, Goyf lives. If I don't crack, I could let just damage happen. I don't think I'm ahead enough to do that, though. I think I would rather just chance it here. Yeah, I know. Well, they need to put 2 cards in the graveyard because it will only become a 1/2. So if they like fatal, I mean, I guess they could Fatal Push this, and then it will be a 2-for-1. So if I crack Relic, if they Fatal Push this, there'll be 2 cards in the graveyard. Okay, I guess I have to go to damage. We gotta go to damage, people. That's how it's gonna be. All right. Can I do this? Is there advantage to doing it at the end step? I have no idea. I can't play any lands or anything like that. Pass. At least I have a beefy board. I mean, I actually have like 3 creatures on the battlefield here. Mutavault was a perfect draw. So it's still not too bad. I mean, if they go Shock, Temur Battle Rage, we're dead. But aside from that, we could still go just draw an Island Walk Lord or any Lord and attack for victory. Although chances are our opponent has like a removal spell. Not. Oh, they're being a little cautious with their life total now, huh? You're not so confident with your life total, are you? There's no advantage to doing it at end step. It's not that good. So it's get attacked for... Well, my opponent's still not attacking for lethal, technically. Do I need a random card in my hand? I'm not allowed to block anything if I want any chance of winning from here. Also, I need my opponent to not take any damage. Oh, I can double block Goyf, but I don't know if that's going to help me very much. No Borrower in this list? What do you do against Ensnaring Bridge? I'm just going to die. That's what. I'm going to lose. That's my problem with Ensnaring, with Brazen Borrower. Or maybe I should bring it back in, because I'm playing against a lot of Death Shadow recently with the Simic list, and I can't beat it. I'm having a lot of trouble against attrition with this list. I'm beating everything else, but I'm not beating attrition very well. I got smashed by Jund. Well, I mean, this list is not running Silvergill Adept. Yeah, no Brazen Borrower, which is fine here. Which is fine. See, again, we're not resigning. We're just passing the turn. No! 10-10, so... Well, actually, that's not too bad. I can still go with the block. The double block on Tarmogoyf. I'm going to attempt to double block. I hope this works. Please do not backfire on me. Alright, one Lord still wins. I think. Come on, Lorde, Lorde, Lorde. That is very poorly timed. Alright, so now we're chump blocking. We're in chump block mode. Don't you love it when you draw like the really bomb cards at the end of the game? Temur Battle Rage. No. Come on, Trickster. Oh, I can't even counter that thing. So Trickster is fine here. Do I have to put this on the stack? No, they have to. Need Veil of Summer. What a BS. Whatever, that's okay. Alright, so we lose. But I think if we... Would that have even mattered in this game? Yeah, it would have. They had at least one fatal push, so we concede. If I had Ashok, would that have been better? Probably not. Not in this case. Well, whatever. So, I mean, you can't win them all. We're definitely not going to win when our card advantage spells come at the very end before they come after our creatures. So anyway, that is... Oh, we got a subscriber! Puff Pills, subscribe with the Twitch Prime. Yes, send all your... I am a streamer now. And what we do is we beg for Twitch Primes. Give me your Twitch Primes. You know you have Twitch Primes, give them to me. So thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, Puff Pills. So anyway, that was round 3. Let's move on to round 4. Oh, we're doing good on the die rolls. Oh, this hand is awesome. I have not seen a good hand in a long time. This is a good hand. This is great. 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, and like more stuff to do and attack with the Mutavault. I love it. Well, these Kamena speakers are tiny Kamena speakers. We could get lava darted here. Magic is actually kind of perfect. Popular enough that there's eyeballs, but not super dominant by super big streamers. It'd be cool if you could play a couple rounds after they have introduced you to the deck, then could see the deck in action, and your guest could explain his decisions. Not sure what that's in response to up past the dawn. Oh, we're up against Urza's Tower. So if this is regular Tron, we've won. I don't even care if they have turn 3 Tron. It's not going to matter. If this is Eldrazi Tron, maybe we've won, maybe we haven't. Depends if they have Tron. I mean, they could go like turn... They could definitely go turn 3 Karn and Snaring Bridge and like crap on me there. Okay, it's over. Oh, but I have to hold up the Regery in my hand. Okay, if I attack for 5, put Mutavault Kamena Speaker. If I attack for 5, is that lethal by next turn? Okay, let's play Mutavault and reevaluate after I attack. Oh, I had to calculate this before because I have the Regery in my hand. Okay, now do I... Okay, if I play Speaker, it's only 11 damage. No, you have so many cards in hand, though. Like, who cares if you go Karn into Bridge? It doesn't even matter. So I might have missed out on a few points of damage here if they go, like, Karn. Yeah, here's Karn. So they did have turn 3 Tron, so I missed out on, like, 2 extra damage. Not the biggest of deals. I think I'm going to kill Karn, attack for 2. I'll hold this up and we'll force a negate something. Actually, now that I have a blue card, I'm just going to play... Hold on, can I kill them? I play Lord, attack for... I could have had lethal, but I don't. That's okay. We're doing okay. This will attack Karn, this will attack my opponent. I'll play a Kamena Speaker. And hope my opponent does not have, what's it called, Ulamog. There is a tower into Ulamog would just be the worst. I think I can beat anything else. Yeah, we can counter that. Well, I guess Wormcoil Engine might be a problem too. Blast Zone on 1 is also a problem. That is funny and interesting. So, attack for 5. Yeah, that'll work. This is probably going to be winning, and I should not have taken damage here. I'm just getting too excited. I'm just getting too excited, people. I'm just getting too excited. I know I basically have it in the bag. So we Spreading Seas. I think this was the last land that they played, so I'm assuming this is the vulnerable land. Dismember. Actually, Dismember is not useless here. If they play Wormcoil Engine and decide to block this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now what is this gonna be? Okay, Expedition map. But for what? Okay, they do have Wormcoil Engine. Oh, what am I gonna do, though? I need 2 Dismembers to make sure it doesn't gain lifelink. Okay, I can crack to find an Island Walk Lord. The real Tron Master, yes. I guess crack Waterlog Grove and see what we draw. Because if we draw a Island Walk Lord, we win. Oh, we can dismember... Actually, okay, this is the first time I'm going to take Twitch chat's advice. They actually have an incredibly good line. I don't listen to Twitch chat hardly at all, but this is actually a good line. We attack, whatever they block, we kill. So they don't gain life. Because apparently my play is pretty loose right now. There we go. I think this is the first time I listen to Twitch chat. I've been accused of cheating because I'm listening to like, oh, you should be on the wall of shame because you get to utilize Twitch chat. Oh my god, I hardly use Twitch chat. So actually, Dismember was a good card. I didn't realize Dismember was a good card. So this should be a buy. Like, this should be just such a buy. Because our deck is so low to the ground, it's got everything. Like, it's got the fastest clock possible and just enough disruption and everything. I'm not a huge believer in Ashia, because it's going to stop things too late. Yeah, this is all garbage. All right. Good job. Good work, chat. Chat actually worked. Can't believe chat actually did something for me. This is the first time. This hand's not good because I only have one threat in my hand. They mulligan to 6. Yeah, I should mulligan too. I mean, sometimes you like... If I had one other creature, I would keep this. But I only have one. This has threats and no... My opponent mulligans to 5, but has no interaction. I guess I'll keep... No, but it's... Okay, I don't even have a 1-drop. I think I'm gonna mulligan this, because it does... We don't have a curve... Like, we have the slowest hand possible. We'll be attacking by turn 3, which is too slow. I think I can... If they mulligan to 5, I can mulligan one more time. This hand is good. This hand is very good. This hand is... And this will be a good... And this will be a really good 5, too. I'm gonna keep... Land, Spreading Seas, a Lord, and a 1-drop. We're definitely gonna keep this. This is a good 5-card hand. So we can play Benthic Biomancer turn 1. That's actually sort of nice too. And like, even if they go for the Tron, which I don't know if they will, if they've... Wait, they have Urza's Mind, so I will Spreading Seas that. Actually, I might as well attack for 1 first, see what happens. Maybe they'll Dismember. I think they have some Dismembers in their deck. So what are you going to look for? Blast Zone or another Urza's Mine? Another Urza's Mine. Alright, they're still on their way to Tron. And we are not drawing the greatest, but we do have some Benthic Biomancers in hand, so that's okay. I live for fizzling cryptic commands, lol. So do I draw another piece of interaction or no? Oh, we got the interaction! So now I think I'm going to play Lord of Atlantis and then pass. And then maybe counter anything that I can. Although I think it's going to be a little futile. Yeah, I'm definitely countering this. So next turn, we can still loot with Biomancer. Maybe draw Lord. That is not the greatest draw. Come on, interaction. That is not interaction either. Opponent mulligan to 5. It's pretty strong. I'm going to keep this land in my hand just in case I draw another Benthic Biomancer. But now we are completely at the mercy of, like, bombs. And they have a second Ugin. I can basically scoop here. There's no way I'm coming back from a Ugin. But at least I think I gave myself a chance. Anyway, I like everything. We both mulliganed to 5. Their 5 ended up being way better than our 5. 2 Ugins. 2 Ugins. How dare you? They are really good at drawing Tron lands, I know. Well, I mean, that's the London mulligan, you know? If you mulligan to 5, you're very likely to get what you want. However, we do have the interaction against them, you know? So, I mean, if we spreading sees them, that's usually over. So this is a type of hand. Like, I don't trust it at 7. There's no point. I might as well mulligan for something a little bit better. This is better. I'm not in love with it, though. I'm going to keep it because at least I've got a curve. I think I'll get rid of the island. I'll keep the Waterlogged Grove to draw maybe something out of it. My life total doesn't matter very much. So our opponent keeps at 6. So I think the best thing I can hope for is just a bunch of lords and hopefully, like, get them. I mean, if they don't, like, Tron into Ugin, you know, it's okay for us. Like, Karn is beatable, for example. This hand is pretty good against... Yeah, it's good against Wormcoil, but, you know, Wormcoil's not the only card in their deck. Oh, they got forced. They're good. They stumbled! Oh, the stumble. All right, so we have a few turns. We've been bought a turn, people! The good old forest. Oh, that's garbage. This is garbage. And this is garbage. Okay, so we can put another Trickster in play. Again, I think we're in pretty good shape if they don't slam Ugin. How much damage I'm going to deal? I'm going to deal 8 damage? That's a lot of damage, as some would say. Like, I can beat Karn. I can't beat Oblivion Stone. Okay, there's a lot of good top decks here. Like, Spreading Seas, Damping Sphere, Lord. That's not it, but that's a land. Okay, so... redraw. Damping Sphere? Trickster. These are not things I'm looking for. Okay, pass. Alright, let's see what is going to blow us out here. Consider this a pretty good matchup. 2 Spreading Seas, 4 Force Negation, 2... what's it called? 2 Damping Sphere. I mean, I could use, like, maybe 1 more piece of interaction, but... I wouldn't even mind seeing walk... Oh! They're dead. They need to spend their 8 mana on Oblivion Stone or Ugin. That is desperation at its best, people. That is the sign of desperation, if I've ever seen it. I've never seen desperation like that before. Sure. You wanna blow this thing up too? And we won the match. We have, like, lethal on the battlefield. Awesome. Yeah, looking for those cyborg removals. Yeah, we need the 3-2-1 emote. Converse John's a bit slow. Yeah. My brother in the chat with the 1. Is this the removal on your own stuff matchup? I guess so. It is. But it worked better for us than it worked for them. Alright, so we won. We beat Tron, which is what should happen. I'm gonna give credit to the chat. I've never used the chat's advice, but I definitely used the chat's advice here. They were panicking. Oh my god, the line is right there. They you know, sometimes chat knows what it's talking about. Sometimes they are, especially when it goes crazy. Like when the whole thing unanimously says, listen to us! Listen to us. Alright, so that was round 4. Let's move on to round 5. We won the die roll. We won the die roll. We're doing great on die rolls. This hand's awesome. I love it. Not clear how we hard cast the Force Negation, but maybe that's going to be for the Benthic Biomancer. In the last few leagues, we've had terrible hands. Just terrible, terrible, awful, disastrous hands. Just garbage. Jeff Bezos Pesos. That's correct. Let's hope this is a good matchup for Merfolk. Oh, do I have to announce a creature I'm going to cast? That's the problem. Give Nikachu Jeff Bezos his money because you know he won't give it to those poor warehouse workers. Or you can subscribe to the warehouse workers with Amazon Prime. The warehouse workers should be streaming. Or they should be allowed to stream. Ooh, what is this, Goblins? We don't have a lot of things to hit with this. Oh, it's an attrition-based matchup. I don't feel good doing this, but we gotta do it. I don't like doing it. It worked for us against Merfolk. Let's hope they don't have more lands. But, like, Goblins can be an attrition-based matchup. Oh, well, hello there. You were useless. Why weren't you around a few seconds ago that I could pitch you away? I would gladly get rid of you. Alright, let's get in for 3 damage and hope for nothing Snoopy on our way. This is the deck to beat right now. This is the Goblin deck. Yeah, I haven't beaten Goblins yet, especially with this list. I would assume Simic Merfolk has a better chance at winning than, say, Mono Blue, but haven't got there yet. Hannibal 939 plays Hedina's Climb in their Simic Merfolk deck. In Historic, flying helps with getting in damage. Oh, they have nothing! Oh, it worked! It worked, people! It worked! We got him. Sometimes those... Oh, our opponent's a fan. Awesome. Sorry. Thanks. So, yeah, we are now in good shape. Maybe we'll beat Goblins for once. Does Magic the Gathering Online automatically put out the storm counter? Yes. I think I can turn it off. But it's nice to know when we're actually up against storm. This seems like a pretty stupid feature, given, you know, 99% of your opponents do not play storm. You know what I mean? You have Bolt? You have Bolt? Got him. Got him with that. Force negation. Now we're out of reach of the stupid munitions expert bullshit. Everyone knows munitions expert is bullshit. It's been bullshit for forever. Alright, so let's see, what do we do here? I think my main deck is good. Oh, maybe the force okay, well maybe we'll take out 2 force negations for 2 Shaper Sanctuary. Some versions are really heavy. Oh, and I can bring Grafdigger's Cage in, I guess. What do I want to take out for the Grafdigger's Cage? Is Ashok better than Force? They can't search their library. I don't know if this is the greatest. I could see it working, like the Bogart Harbinger put something good on top, then you Ashok it into the graveyard. Ashok's better than Cage? Where are my Hydroblasts? Yes, whereas I would be totally fine with Pyroblast and Hydroblast in Modern. Bring it. I want to fucking kill that stupid Monastery Swiftspear on turn 1. Give me some way, Wizards. Do it. I thought it was coming. I thought there was a good chance it was coming. I get... Force Negation... Okay, we're on the draw. Force Negation is better for hitting Vile, but... I will say, Force Negation will be better post-board, because they're going to bring in removal, but I don't want to take anything else out. I just don't. This is good. I could take out some 1-drops. I could take out a land, I guess, on the draw. I don't know, a Biomancer. Okay. People say Ashok is better. Either ban Vile or bring the Blast. Let the decks have 1 mana hate. I took out a land. What happens? We draw 4. That's just how it is. This hand is like slow and clunky, but I'm gonna keep it. I don't really like it. Maybe we should mulligan this. Because we know we need to be a little aggro. Okay, Skirk Prospector. 1-drop? No 1-drop. Okay, hopefully this is not going to be my end. You can't cast spells from library, so you can't cast the Goblin. That's correct. You can draw it. You can just draw it. Goblin going to get in for some damage right now. See, this would have been much better in game 1. So I think we got really lucky in our first game. I mean, that's super luck. Maybe they sided out the Vial because of that. Cavernous Souls Goblin. The Goblins. I will say, if they can't interact with our board, we're going to do fine. Goblin Matron. A weakling. Should I get greedy and Spreading Seas this thing? Because this needs double red. And they don't have black anymore. Should I get greedy? I'm gonna get greedy. Because I have Reedry. We can empty our hand afterwards. Greed! Oh, this is greed. This is greed to the maximum, people. See, now you don't have black mana. Well, look at this hand. This is a great Reedry hand if I ever saw one. There he threw away their Skirk Prospector. Okay, we are going to live with the greed. We're going to embrace the greed today. Today is Greed Day. Damn it! Okay, Conspicuous Snoop. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Oh no, but they still don't have black mana, so that's good. We don't have to be worried about Fatal Push. We don't have to be worried about, well, actually, they still don't have black mana anyway. Okay. Please. Okay, I'm gonna play Reedry, because this is the most explosive thing that we can do. We're gonna basically dump our hand next turn. Go away, Snoop. It's not even clear if I should have even played that Mutavault, but at least I can attack with it next turn. Okay, come on. Like, oh my god, this Conspicuous Snoop is big. No! Okay, so now what happens? We just die? Yeah, I guess we die. Whoopsies. Had it the entire time. Okay, we know how this dance goes. Well, I guess show us that you don't have Kiki Jiki in your hand. That's how it goes. Well, we had a good run. Splinter Goblin got us, or Goblin Twin. Okay, there is a Kiki Jiki on top of their library. I saw enough. I think, you know what? I think I like the Spreading Seas line a lot. Okay, we're on the play. Let's bring this Biomancer back in. Let's just take out Force Negation. What else do I want to bring in? I'm going to bring in a Grafdigger's Cage. Looks good enough to me. Okay, let's go. Maybe I should just not have had Force Negation, period. Maybe they sided out Force Negation. They didn't want to get blown out like that. Maybe you want Torpor Orb in your board. It shuts down the Goblins big time and it barely affects you. I actually had that in a prior build, but I just didn't find enough matchups where it would be good, and I really needed the other cards that you see in my sideboard. Like, sideboarding became really awkward when I squeezed in Torpor Orb. This hand is a little difficult because it's 2 Horizon lands. You know what? I just have a rule. I can't keep these Horizon land hands. Should I keep it against Goblins? This is basically effectively 1 damage, then 3 damage, then at least 5 damage, 6, 7 damage. Or if I have 1 more land, this might be like 6 damage. Ugh. Thinking. Because the hand's pretty good. Like, the hand is pretty good. Well, actually, if I don't draw a third land, the hand is really bad really quickly. I guess I'll mulligan. I think I can do better. This hand sort of blows too. But now I don't want to mulligan further. So I'll keep it. We'll pitch a Mutavault. We can get the Ashok in play. How well does this interact with the combo? Not great. Is Ashok great? I guess it stops a lot of tutoring, but I'm not thrilled about Ashok. And I guess we'll get Harbinger out before anything else happens. And it stops Matron, right? So Harbinger and Matron. No, there's a turn 1 play. Which means we could get shot down with Munitions Expert. Oh, hey, where were you turn 1, you lazy bum? I mean, that is everything. That can be like the difference between winning and losing this match. You came late, Kamena Speaker. You are late. You're supposed to show up on time for work. Yeah, let's kill him dead. Alright, so they have like a really good turn here. Well, no black mana yet. Oh, they're sacrificing the Kirk Prospector again. Okay, Goblin Matron again. Getting. What shall you reveal? Conspicuous Snoop. What do you know? That is great. That is fine and dandy, in my opinion. So now what do I do? Because if I play Lord of Atlantis, hold up Dismember... Like, would there be any... So, okay, they can't play... If they play Bogart Harbinger next turn, then they can't use... They have to do it the other way around, right? They have to play Conspicuous Snoop first, then Bogart Harbinger. So I think I can play a Lord here. Because ideally, I want to get some board presence on the battlefield. And if we draw a random land... Well, not random. It has to be a blue land. I can play Speaker and the Ashok on the same turn. So we actually curve out pretty well. And also we protect our hand from, what's it called? We protect our hand from Munitions Expert next turn. So if they were to play Bogart Harbinger, they can't combo off. You never know what if that next top deck is Kiki. It's possible. Anything is possible. No, don't Blood Crypt. 3 mana. What, Matron again? Goblin spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Goblins you control have haste. Alright. Come at me, bro. Okay, so I'll still use my Dismember. Not gonna waste it. Ah! This is the wrong random land. Okay, now it's just gonna be Ashiok. And hope for the best. Hopefully this is enough to beat Goblins. They can go Snoop into I don't know what. Too bad this wasn't... There's actually a lot of bad lands I could top deck. Mutavault was a bad top deck. Botanical Scent... Well, actually, Mutavault would be fine. I would take that, and I have at least another attacker next turn. Drakenar's pretty confident that I've won. I think you should have played the Speaker and swung with Mutavault. That's possible. So maybe we haven't won yet? Is what you're telling me? Another Ashok. Well, the second one sucks. I'm trying to figure out if it's worth playing around Fatal Push. You Fatal Push this, double block this, I get in for 3 damage, it'll be terrible. I have no idea if it's worth milling them at all. But if I just attack with Mutavault, I'm not really getting in any damage at all. But then again, I could wait for the stupid thing to... I could wait for the Echo to happen. You want me to mill? Okay. Twitch chat says mill. What do we get? We got a Krenko. I don't feel like that's very impressive. If I attack, I have to attack with everything. Okay, I tell you what. I think I'm going to play Speaker and pass this one turn. I want this thing to leave the battlefield. Because right now, I have to attack with everything. And I want to... If I pass this one turn, I learn if my opponent has a removal spell or not. Because they have to play it here, right? They have to play it here. Okay, they don't have a removal spell. I mean, maybe they don't have to play it, but I think they should. So you either pay for this or you don't. The removal is Tarfire and Munitions Expert. Well, then that would be good, too, because they could block, Oh, so that's still possible if Tarfire is one of their removal spells. Because they're waiting for the block and then Tarfire. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Draconar. I should have swung with the Mutavault last turn. That would have dealt an extra... at least 3 damage. Because they would have blocked the Mutavault. They'd be down to 8, and I would have an extra Command Speaker on the battlefield. Alright, can't be countered, sure. Heh! That's funny. That's going to the dumpster. Got him! We absolutely got him. Okay, let's hope that we don't put... Oh, and I got Trickster too now. Now what do we do? Now this is getting a little bit more complicated. I have really good attacks for the most part, right? I'm just scared, right? Okay, I want to wait till after combat to do this. Yeah, I have to attack first. I don't want to Ashiok until after combat. Let's see what the Ashiok activation reveals, but it's going to reveal something strong. They could get like Munitions Expert. They could get something with haste. Actually, I don't know. There's like nothing. Trickster, swing out. So what? Trickster, this thing, swing out, and then mill. What do you want to do, Draconar? You want to Trickster the Conspicuous Snoop to guarantee that they don't have any tricks? Then if I swing out, they block, kill 1. I guess that's fine. They lose their board. They take, like, almost lethal. Okay, I'm going to Trickster their... Okay, are we Trickstering the Snoop or are we Trickstering a Goblin token? Because, no, I think that's too high risk. If they have, say, what's it called? We have to tap this down. If they have, what's it called? Tarfire, then they can go block, Tarfire this thing. It dies. Conspicuous Snoop trades with the Lord, and I don't have a board anymore. Like, is that... Like, I'm not insane, right? Now, we're not going to see what's on top of their library now. We can't let this 2/2 block us. Little does our opponent know, we've got the backup Ashuk in our hand. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have munitions expert in hand. That'd be brutal. Little do they know. Okay, let's see what's going into the graveyard. Let's give ourselves some free information. And maybe it's information for them too. Because we got the Kiki. Oh, we got rid of a lot of lands. That sucks. Yeah, Sling Gang could stabilize. Alright, let's hope for no munitions expert. They could have anything in hand. They left up 2 mana. No, I'm going all out with everything. We're not keeping anything back. If I keep it back, that will slow the game down. I need to kill them. Like, they're pretty good at, like, putting stuff on the battlefield and slowing the game down and stuff like that. Alright, it worked. Do we lose if they kill the eye? Well, I mean, we have something up to block. How do they kill it? Our opponent says GG. They have a swamp on top. GG. I don't know how we won that one, but we did win it. Oh yeah, most lists will have like one Kiki Jiki. Alright, we went 4-1. And I mean we. Usually it's just me. I will give some credit to Twitch chat here today. I will give the mastermind of Twitch chat. I don't know if they always offer great advice, but they definitely offered some decent advice today. Really decent advice. Really good stuff. And by decent, I mean good. I mean just solid, good, strong stuff. List did finally what I wanted it to do. It could still improve. Like, it could still improve. Maybe the Regery... Like, I'm still losing to those attrition-based decks. Maybe the deck has to look like this. Let's get some Silvergill action in here. Maybe it's got to look something like this, and I have an extra card in the sideboard for something. Maybe that Torpor Orb that we were talking about. Hold on, so that was... Do I have enough for attrition, though? So I bring this in against attrition. See, I'm just missing too many cards against attrition. Maybe we can just piss Sodek off more and add some more Relic of Progenituses. Listening to Twitch chat is a double-edged sword sometimes. So I heard! So I heard. It is a double-edged sword sometimes. What else could I say? So maybe we need more card draw. I don't know. I don't know what's necessary. Or we could even bring in... How many 1-drops do we have? We still have 11 1-drops. Maybe this is how it is. And then against attrition, I'm just taking out some forces, some lands, bring in some relics, some dismembers. I guess that's fine. That's actually fine. Maybe that's okay. There's like... No, hold on. We need Dismember in the main because of Goblins. And amongst other decks. Dismember is still fine. Still good. Still good stuff. Go to 3, Force 3 Biomancer would free up a couple slots. I might be able to go down a Biomancer. Maybe. But I like to have 11 things to do on turn 1. And these are our 11 things. Well, I mean, I have Dismember too, but that's situational. The point is to be as aggressive as possible. Alright, we're going to still play today. But for everyone on YouTube, that's gonna be our league. So we are gonna thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon and the subscribers subscribing on Twitch, and we're gonna thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing Simic Merfolk in Modern.